Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. So this is our third podcast and we have our guest Mr. Patel. So hi Kittu, how are you?
I'm good, Gaurav. Thank you, Gaurav, for having me on your channel. It's truly a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for accepting the invite within a short time. Yeah, can you introduce about yourself, Kittu?
Yeah, so first of all, hello everyone. My name is Kittu Patel, and yeah, I'm a verification engineer with a strong passion of digital verification. Along with my professional work, I enjoy creating content, educational content to help student and professional engineers learning SystemVerilog, UVM, and other verification concept. And I'm really excited about this today's conversation because we are going to discuss some related important stuffs about the verification, and I hope everyone watching take away something valuable from this discussion. So yeah, Gaurav, we can start now.
Yeah, definitely. That is what I'm also planning. So before going to start this, can you explain your educational journey, like how you have entered into VLSA, why you have chosen VLSA?
It's completely a roller coaster journey. So when I was in second year, so I've started preparing for UPSC. I'm from Gujarat basically, so I've started preparing for UPSC. Then like 2 months went and I purchased some of the book. Like in UPSC, one book in Indian polity called M. Lakshmikant. So I purchased this book from Amazon, and 2 days back I refund them back because when I saw the book size is too huge, I thought how I can learn this particular thing, how I can memorize all those things, because I'm good in coding that time also. I know how to write C programming, because that time in our first year of college they taught us how to do a C programming and all. So I was good in that, but I am not good in memorizing all those things. So I thought it's not gonna to be a cakewalk for me in this IES journey. So let's switch the plan. Then I started attending some conferences. I went to some people who already been there in this industry, and I came to know about the verification in my second year, fourth sem. Yeah. So in second year, fourth sem, I came to know about the verification. Then I started learning digital electronics from second year. So I have gone through all those concepts which was there in digital electronic. Then in third year, I have done one project in Verilog. So that project was a simple FIFO, synchronous FIFO I have done. And in fourth year, then I've started working on some projects like APB. I have worked on APB as well as the AHB during my college time. And yeah, I have gone through the system Verilog. So that was my journey, and overall, like, it was not a completely cakewalk, but as compared to that IS journey, this was like little bit easy for me.
Great, great. So from UPSC to we have jumped into
Yeah.
coding. That's great. So one more question is who should choose VLSA? People are, so much confused that shall I choose embedded systems or shall I choose VLSA? Like, what's your suggestion? What should be the mindset before choosing VLSA?
So first of all, if you are planning for VLSI, so don't think so it's gonna to be a very easy task. It's definitely not gonna to be a very easy task. Sometime at 2 o'clock also in night you have to work. You have to report to client that it is not working. If you'll find bug, it's gonna to ruin in your entire mind in the entire night. So it's not gonna to be an easy. But if you are really good in thinking logically, like you are good in coding, if you are good in digital stuffs, and you really wanted to enter in this field and wanted to give your 100% potential, then and only you have to enter in this field. Because once you'll get placed also, it's not gonna to be a tori hori for you to go for entire, like you can not think that it's gonna to be a easy journey for you once you enter in this field even. So you have to be keep learning. You have to be make that mindset that I have to learn those things, I have to explore things. You have to keep asking those questions, why it is working. See, in coding what we are generally doing, if it works then doesn't touch it, it will work. But you don't have to be think like that. You have to be explore all those things, if it is working, why it is working. So you have to be come up with the strong reason. So if you are planning, really planning to enter into this VLSI verification industry, so first of all, try to think logically. And what I have done during my college, see, it's not it's really you can do, but what I have done this, so I have start preparing for DSS, because DSS really helped me a lot to think logically, to make my logical approach. So it's not gonna to helpful in your VLSI engineering. Many engineer thinks it's not gonna to be helpful in their career, but later on they realize they have to come up with some strong logical thinking. And for that logical thinking, your DSS and all stuffs are necessary. Apart from that, you have to be good in planning, because nowadays we'll see everything has been done by the AI can write a complete good code, but sometimes it gives some hallucination answer as well. So we have that concept in our mind that if it is giving a wrong answer, then why it is giving a wrong answer. And also, don't completely rely on AI, okay? Because if you start debugging those things, you have 60,000 line of logs, so how will debug the entire thing in using AI? So you have to be good in debugging if you are really and wanted to enter into this field, and not wanted to enter, just want to excel in this field. So you have to be really thorough with this concept of system verilog and UVM.
Yeah, so that was a mindset of people before choosing VLSA, but how to learn, how to learn or how to get the resources when they are in college. Like, did you take any training?
No.
Okay.
So what I did, I have like start exploring the things on YouTube. Like you have uploaded many videos on System Verilog, Verilog, and UVM as well. So I start exploring on YouTube, as well as I just went through some of the website which was available, like Chip Verify, VLSI Verify, and most importantly Verification Academy. So
Yes.
I have learned from there, as well as when I started my system Verilog. I don't know much about Verilog because I have done from some videos only the Verilog, but in system Verilog I've started referring SVLRM, because see, many people knows how to code, but how it works they didn't know. So like, in order to get a complete knowledge of system Verilog, you have to be thorough from LRM. I'm not like supporting that you have to go with the entire LRM, like you don't have to learn entire things and again, because there are some unnecessarily thing which you are not gonna to use in your entire life, so that you can skip. But some of the important concept in system Verilog, like randomization, coverages, assertion, and fork join concept, classes, oops concept, so those things you are gonna to use day to day in your day to day life, okay, when you enter into the verification industry. So for that, you can refer to LRM for those topic. So you have to refer the LRM. And from in UVM, like I have referred cookbook. So there was one good material cookbook. So I have referred that, and along with that, I kept on following that source code. So it's already being there on Accelera GitHub link. So I have been following. So if see, in UVM, when we are writing class driver extends UVM driver, and with that we are giving parameter. Uh, Parameterized class are there, that UVM driver. So we are not thinking why we are giving parameters, how many parameters which we have to give, okay. So people just memorize those things, okay, class driver extends UVM driver has one parameter I will give. But if I'll ask why we are giving those parameters, so they didn't have the answer, because they just memorize those syntax instead of go in detail like how it is working, how internally they have built. Okay, so if you really wanted to be good in debugging, see, these all things will help you when you start debugging, because in system Verilog it is fine, you are implementing your own test bench, but in UVM you are importing some library, you are importing some parent class. So in that case, if you have done something wrong, so it will give you an error which is not in there in your code. So you have to think where I have done the mistake. So for that reason, you have to be thorough with the UVM source code. So what I am doing, like basically, so let's say I am learning some concept, let's say drop objection, raise objection. So we are using only one argument in that, but basically there are three argument in that, and how those three argument will work, that you have to know. Now how will come to know when you refer the source code, how internally they have implemented those things. So that would my advice to you. But if you are in college and you didn't have enough time to go through UVM and all, so I would advise to go with some cookbook or any material which you will find on online. But if you really wanted to know in detail, so you can go with the source code of UVM.
So like in 2026, getting resource is not a big challenge. Even without the training, you can gain the knowledge.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that is a point. But how to get internships in VLSI? Like if I'm a third year student, I can able to get so many resources. I'm able to learn it. But how to get into industry? Like how to get an internship at third year?
Okay. So for getting an internship, if your college is tier one or tier two, they will help with that. But if your college is not helping in that, try to be active on LinkedIn, because once you are trying, once you start exploring for an internship, your LinkedIn is going to be helpful for you. You can approach with those people who are already being there in industry. You don't have to just simply ask, "Can I get internship?" and all. You have to show your work. Like, let's say I have done work on RISC-V processor, or I have implemented APV protocol. Now I want to excel my knowledge in some advanced level concept, and for that I'm looking for an internship. So you have to start writing DMs to HR, to the people who already working in that industry. So by doing that, and also try to do a cold email, because you will get the email ID of HRs also from the LinkedIn and from any sources. So try to get those their email ID.
Now, like if I'm in second year or if I'm in third year student, like what concepts or what core concepts should I learn? So should I focus on, learning coding, or should I focus on learning core subjects? Like what should be my mindset?
So if you are in early of your college, like in second or third year, so you have to start with the digital electronics, because learning core subject is really important, because without that you will not able to write a single code. Okay, so start learning from the digital electronics. And yeah, if you want to go with an analog as well, you can learn some of the concept of analog, like how amplifier works, how MOSFET works, but it will not really gonna to be helpful in your verification journey. But if you know, then it will be a really important for you when you will enter into the AMS verification. But for a digital design verification, it's fine if you are in good in digital electronics. Along with that, you have to be good in CMOS design. So like how CMOS work, PMOS, NMOS, that all things you have to be thorough about that. So once you finish your digital electronics, then start learning Verilog. So see, some of the college are teaching Verilog, some of them are not teaching Verilog. That is not the part of their curriculum. So you have to start learning Verilog, because that's the part of the verification. When you start doing verification, so you will either go with a Verilog or System Verilog or UVM. So you have to start learning Verilog from your college days itself. So if you are in second year, so start learning digital design and digital electronics. Once you are finished with that, then start learning Verilog. Now online many resources are available. So if your college is not really including those Verilog in their curriculum, so you can explore their own, or explore these concepts on YouTube. You can go with some website. So all of them have really represented it so well, so you can learn it from anywhere. So once you are done with the Verilog, then don't jump to System Verilog directly. I would highly recommend to all of you to go for some project. So whether your projects should be, let's say, FIFO or an APB. So if you implement projects, some projects, then you will really know where are we going to use those things. Okay, many people just be thorough in the subject, like they know what is rage versus wire and all those things, theoretical things they know, but when they comes to implementation, they completely got blind. So that you don't have to do. You have to learn this concept, and whatever concepts which you are learning, you have to start implementing those concepts in your real life project. Then once you have implemented 2 to 3 projects in Verilog, then you can switch to System Verilog. Now in System Verilog, see, many things are there. Now there you need a proper guidance. So you can approach anyone whom you know on LinkedIn. You can approach to your mentors. If your college professor are helping in that, you can approach to them, or you can approach to your seniors. So they will help you to get to know that which concepts are really important. So you can ask them how I can start, because many things is in there in system Verilog. So you need a proper guidance, like how you can follow the track. So you can start with you can start with a basic region data type and all those data types which was there in system Verilog, like logic, enum, structure union, then strings. So you have to explore those things in detail. Then once you have complete learning those things, data types, then you can jump with the class concept and all. But that's completely depends how you are approaching those subjects. It's all on you, like how you are approaching that. But some of the important concept which was there in system Verilog, which I already have mentioned, that concept like oops, concept like assertion, coverage, randomization, class and all, yeah, oops. And one more important thing, like how to write a basic syntax you should know, and also how you can predict the output, because when you enter into an interview as a fresher level or even as an experience level also, they will ask some of the questions which you really have to be thorough about that concept. Then and only then you can answer those questions. So some predict the output based question, basically from fox join any task function, how it is different from each other. So all those things you have to prepare. Now once you are done with the system Verilog, now UVM is not mandatory as an intern or as a fresher, but if you know UVM, so it will definitely help you, because see, nowadays people are not waiting for someone who is who learn all those things and then they will place into a client. They will expect, okay, now he knows UVM, will place them on client. So one candidate who knows UVM and one candidate who is just good in system Verilog but doesn't know anything about UVM. So they will go with this candidate because he has some idea about the UVM. So they don't have to put so much effort on him in order to prepare or in order to train him on UVM. So start learning UVM, and for UVM, better sources is you can start exploring on YouTube, because some of them has really made a beautiful playlist, like our Gaurav bhai. They have made a very beautiful playlist on UVM. So you can start learning from there. And if you have complete with those videos, because see, if you will go through those videos, so you will get how to approach them. If you start learning by yourself from some material, so there are not systematic way which you can follow for UVM. They haven't arranged it systematically. In system Verilog, it's fine. You can start with the data types and then oops, then randomization, all those things you can learn. But when it's come to UVM, you have to follow a proper order, like in which order, because everything is correlated with each other. So you have to follow those order, and for that order, you can follow any videos, any playlist which was there on YouTube. Or once you are done with that, then start exploring cookbook as well as the source code, because you have to be thorough in that, like how at each classes has been worked, how their implementation has been done. So you have to know all those things. And also in UVM, the important things is macro. So you have to be thorough about the macros, like which macros I can use here. So when you are when you start implementing your test bench now, so there you will realize how much important it is to know all those things, whatever you have learned. So once you are done with the UVM, so I would highly advise you to go with some protocol. So either you can start FTP protocol or AHV protocol or AXI
Yeah.
protocol.
So
So
I was
start
coming to that
implementing.
only. Many people say that learn UVM. Okay, we will be learning UVM system Verilog and all. But the major game starts now. Like people will say projects, do projects. Like how to choose a project, because everyone is doing AHB or some kind of router and all. So how I will be differentiated from others? Like what kind of project should I choose? Should I start from the basic or should I take an existing project? Like, what is your approach in this?
So see, like if you want to really choose a project now, you can go with a basic, because if you really wanted to understand how each components will work, you have to start from very basic. You directly jump to AXI and you can get some codes from somewhere on GitHub. It will not make any sense on your overall development. So if you have started from the basic, let's say RAM only or APB only, so there you have to build your own test bench. Like write your driver, monitors, complete implementation of your own test bench. Then you will realize how each component actually works, rather than just skipping or taking someone else code and just being seeing this all those things how it works. It will not make any sense in your overall development. So I would highly advise you to go with your project. You can start with the basic project, start implementing each of the classes, how it will work, how each connection has been made. So then you will realize how okay, how whatever I have learned, now here I have to implement. So that will really play an important role. And whenever, see, in verification, whenever you are starting some development of some test bench, so I would highly advise you, before starting that, just come up with the verification plan. Because many people, what they do, they will start implementing just test bench, they will write driver monitor, then later they realize, now what should I add here, what test cases I should add here. So before that, when you have some RTL or when you have some specification, so you can make a verification plan. What's the test cases you are gonna to add? What's the coverage plan and what's the assertion plan which you are going to have in your test bench? So all those things you can decide, and then you can proceed with the test bench, because it's gonna to save your time. Because once you are implementing your test bench, you already know what things I have to build. Is my agent required? Is my scoreboard required? How many test case I'm gonna to add it over here? So all those things you know when you have a brief verification plan. But if you don't have any plan, so how will proceed? If I have to go somewhere, I have the better clarity that okay, I have to go there. Then and only then I can be there. No?
Yes.
So if you are exploring or if you are writing test bench, so first of all, come up with the verification plan, and then write some test cases and all, and then you can jump into the test bench implementation and start with some basic project. And over time you can really work on some like a top project or some existing project which is there or which is hard, you can say. But definitely they will, you can like do those things when you
It's all
know the
about taking a
basic
step.
things.
So it's all about
Hmm.
taking a step. So first of all, you should
Yeah.
start doing some basic project, and in the meantime, you will be good. Yes, correct. And one more question is like, if a second year person or third year person is seeing this particular video from some rural background or from a tier three college, he is not at all going to understand all these particular technical terms, because definitely he or she is not going to learn this in their colleges. So most of the people are nowadays are going to looking for training. Okay, and frankly speaking, like nowadays trainings are commercialized, very much commercialized. Like what
Mhm.
should be the student mindset before joining any training institute? Like what are the factors they need to check before joining any training institute?
Okay. Okay. So see, when you are joining any training institute, what people are actually doing, they just look their placement record, whether all the students are getting placed from that training institute or not. But that should not be your ideal approach. You
And
have
the
to
reels.
really look into the. Huh?
And the Instagram reels.
Yeah. So you don't have to really worried about the placement record. You have to look at the curriculum. What curriculum they are going to follow during their training? Are they giving enough time to each topic? Now see, some of the training institute finish the entire randomization in just 2 days, but it's not a cup of tea. How you can finish those entire thing in just 2 days? So you really have to be thorough with their curriculum, like how they have designed their curriculum. You can go with that. Then you can also approach their seniors already who have been passed from the training institute. So you can approach them on LinkedIn or somewhere, or from your friends or from your colleagues. You can ask them how the training institute was. Are they really covering all those concepts? Because nowadays, I don't have to say, but it's become a business. Okay. So like they are just charging 1.5 lakh and 2 lakh, and they are just giving a basic training, and they will give you some that common project, and yeah, it's okay, it's done. Then see, you will get placed. Then definitely, it's definitely sure you will get placed. But that it will not make any sense if you get placed also. If you are not good with your subject, they will remove you within 6 months. Okay. So once you are choosing your training institute, just go with their curriculum. Just look at their curriculum, how they have designed. Are they covering each topic? Are they giving enough time for each topic? So just go through that. Also talk with their seniors, talk the students who already have been there in the training institute. They will give you a honest feedback. Because if you will ask from the trainer, or if you will ask from somewhere who already being a part of that training institute, which was a, so they will give a good review, like yeah, we are covering all those things. If you talk to talk with them, they will say it like this: yeah, we are
Obviously.
covering all those things and we are giving enough time, we have this much of 100% placement record, all those things, it is fine. But if you really look their curriculum, if you really talk to the students who already been there, so you will come to know how it was. Okay, so it is
Yeah.
very important to look at their curriculum. Are they giving enough time? This is very important rather than just relying on the placement records.
And that is a very good point, actually. And talking to students who have already studied and got passed out from there is the best option because, curriculum is also kind of similar everywhere. Like how
Hmm.
to clarify or how to categorize it, it's very confusing. And one more thing is nowadays, so many influencers are marketing for so many training institutes. Like they are joining there, but they are not checking anything and they're simply joining. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've seen your LinkedIn post, like you post 100 interview questions and 50 system development questions. I got literally like I was surprised. Like your questions are also not just copied and pasted. They are very good questions actually. Like what's your journey and what's your thought process of collecting them? Because finding out them is a very difficult one. Like what do you suggest for a fresher to collect those particular questions and study on their own?
Yeah. So what basically I'll do. So suppose if someone has went to an interview, like I have been actively engaging with the verification engineer, senior verification engineer, as well as the freshers who was there in the interview. So I really ask for help, like what questions they have asked. So they'll give me, and I'm trying to come up with the better version of that. Not exactly I'm pasting those questions. I'm trying to come up with the better version of that, like how we can tweak this. So that's a really important thing because you will not expect the same kind of question and again in any interview. So you see some of the basic questions that you will know, like they will definitely ask about the polymorphism. They will definitely ask about the static and dynamic casting. Okay, so we'll know that this like questions we are really gonna to face in interview. But some of the questions are really tricky that you can't expect that they are going to ask from you in your interview. So you have to be prepared from your during preparation journey. You have to be thorough about those questions during your preparation journey. So what I'm trying to do, I'm collecting all those questions from the people who already been there in the interview, and then I'm trying to add some tricky things so that they can understand even more things from that questions. So that's how I'll collect a questions, and someone who is really preparing for an interview and all, so they should follow our materials as well. You are also posting, I am also posting. So on LinkedIn you can find a multiple PDFs, but also you have to be sure that whatever solution they are giving in their PDF or in their document, are they accurate, and don't just completely rely on their solution. Rather than first of all try to solve by yourself, and if you not got the answer, then just look at it how they have approached those solutions. So first of all, you can try those three questions, and then later if you will check that whether my solution is good, because sometimes you can come up with a better version of the solution rather than which was given in the PDF. So that is completely okay. You can just try to do it by your own self, and if you not get it, then definitely answers are there in the document. So try this approach for an interview.
Okay, that's great. And if possible, can you share those resources in the description also? They
Yeah,
will be
sure. I
getting.
will share
Yeah,
those resources. I will share those resources so that they can, it will be help benefited for them
okay,
as well.
that's a great thing. And one more thing is, like, let's say, suppose if a person has completed his or her training, like for 6 or 8 months, and he's not getting placed, and what should their mindset and what should they doing in that particular buffer time between getting placed and after getting paid? Because I get so many DMs about this. Like, what should I do? Shall I learn advanced protocol? Shall I learn PCA? Shall I learn DDR? Like, what should they should do in their buffer time?
Uh, this point I really want to tackle because I also see a lot of people are being worried that now my college is over. Now I have done the training as well. Now I'm not getting my job anywhere. So what should I do? So in that case, see, first of all, don't lose hope. Okay. Now if you really wanted to be in, see, first of all you have to ask your question, whether you are suitable for VLSI verification journey domain. If the answer is yes, then you will definitely get a job. Now, in your free time, you have to brush up all your concept which you have done in your training institute or during your college. So once you brush up all your concepts, then try approaching on LinkedIn, and in parallelly you have to be work on some project, because in training institute, whatever training institute you join, they don't have enough time to complete all those things. So now your goal or your responsibility is to explore all those things whatever I missed during my training, so that I can cover right now. And see, you will get your job anyhow if you will work really hard. I have seen many people that they are being in past in 2000 to 2022
Yes.
2023, they didn't still have job right now, but now when I talk with them, they are working in a good field and good industry right now. So it's not completely like if you are trained or if you passed out from your college and you didn't have job, and you are thinking, okay, now what should be happen with me and how I'll come up with this. So don't think on that, and try to be a positive, try to keep your mindset positive, and also try to explore all those different things, like how you will come up with a better version of yourself. So see, now suppose you have done some training in verification and you didn't get a job. Completely okay, it's fine. Now you have to ask one question to yourself, whether this field is suitable for me. If answer is yes, then start working on project. You already did some system Verilog and UVM stuffs. You know, like how the system Verilog works, how UVM works. Now it's your task is to implement some project. Start approaching some already working engineers in any form. So you can start approaching them on LinkedIn, ask them for a referral. They will definitely help them. If your CV is good, if your resume is good, if you have done enough project or good project, then it will be helpful for them also. If they will refer you, they will also get a referral bonus. So try to don't think like that, why they will refer me, I am who for them. So don't think it like this. If they will refer you, and if you are doing good, then they will also get a referral bonus from their company. So my advice to you is that just if you are really good in the verification, so wait, have patience, wait for some time, keep brushing up your skills, and start DM or start like messaging them, like I have done this project and all, and they will definitely refer you in that.
Yeah, correct. And one more question is, how did you crack your interview? Like, what was the process? Like, what was the mindset? And how was your experience?
So see, they have started with the first round. So in first round, they have asked some of the questions from general aptitude. So yeah, that was
Aptitude
easy,
also.
and they have included some of the questions from digital electronics as well, and which was a good one. It not like a simple question like implement NAND gate using NOR gate, not like that. They have included some good questions from FSM and all. Then in first round, yeah, that's all. Like they have just asked general aptitude and digital electronics. Now in second round, I have mentioned that I have done the AXI project using UVM. So they're completely dependent on the UVM only. They have asked the questions from UVM, like how each phases work. So they have start from the very basic, like what is UVM. They went up to RAL model, like how it will work. So it was a good experience, like overall. Some of the questions which I know, I really answered them, and some of I don't know. Then I say them, yeah, I will explore those questions, and it's completely fine. When you are appearing for an interview, they will not look on you that you can answer every questions, yeah, 100% accuracies are there. It is not like that, but how you are approaching each question. If they will ask something which I know, so I have to represent in such a way that they have to know that, yeah, this person know this particular concept very well. So whatever you are learning, try to explore in that, try to dig in detail, go in detail and see how it actually implemented. What we are doing a mistake, what we ideal student are doing a mistake, what just they are just memorizing those syntax, how it will work, just basic theory. But you have to really think what the different scenarios can be made from this, how you can come up with the better solution for this particular question. So all those things you have to explore. If you explore all those things, So that will help in your verification journey as well, not just in interview. Because in when you enter into an industry, your role is just to debug, running the regression. Nowadays you can architect the TB. So all those things you can know once you have done enough practice in all those concepts. So that the thing. So in interview, like in round two, they have asked some UVM question from the starting of the UVM factory. Then they go up to RAL, and then in round three, they asked me some randomization questions and assertions questions. So they asked me like how to make a Sudoku. So I have to implement the Sudoku in 15 minutes. Now see, if you thorough about the concept, like how I can make each row unique, how I can make each column unique, how I can make a grid unique, so that you can do it in within 10 minutes or within 5 minutes. But if you not know how I can make a row unique, how I can make a column unique, then you can't do it that problem. So it's not about the problem, it's about what practice you have done. Okay, now if they will give me n queens problem and any problem, I can easily do, because I know how I can iterate from each row, how I can iterate from each column, how I can manipulate the array. So that's why in our earlier discussion as well, I have mentioned that point, that you can explore some of the things from DSA, because DSA will help you in order to build logical thinking. So that's when I have learned like something from, like how can we build the logic. So I have started learning the programming from DSA only. So once I have finished the C program, I went to the DSA, like how array manipulation work, how we can iterate through each row, how we can iterate through each column. So that all things I have learned from DSA, that is helping me in system Verilog as well. So yeah, that was a 3-round interview, and mostly it wasn't like easy. Like they have asked some easy question only. So yeah, it was good.
What about coding? Like in interviews, you will be asked to code something, or majorly they will be focusing upon the block level things.
They will ask sometimes. See, they have asked from me like how you have implemented the XI driver. So, see, they will not give you to write the entire TV, like you can come up with a sequence, driver, monitor, all that. But they will ask something from like how you have implemented driver. So, just write the pseudo code of that driver, how you have implemented scoreboard. So, nowadays, what I am noticing, people are asking questions from driver and scoreboard. So, because there only you are going to implement the actual logic which you are going to place in your entire TP. Otherwise, all those things you are using the same template, like running the sequence, using the race and drop objection in test. So all those things are common. But how you are coming up with the scoreboarding, how you are writing your driver, so that is important. Along with that, they will ask questions from like how you like create a beans, how you write a coverage for that, how you come up with the assertion. So that all things are important, but it is not like if you are entering into entering as a fresher level, so they will not go much in detail about the coding. They will look how much you know, how well you know whatever you have done. Okay, so if you are writing, I'm not saying that you can jump on the AXI. If you are doing a RAM verification also, you have to know whatever things you have done. Let's say you have built some driver, you have built some monitor, why you have done these things, why you have added 2 delay, why you have added 1 delay. If I have to change this logic in other way, so how I can do it. So that all those things you can come up with when you are doing an any test bench. Okay, so that's where your verification plan makes a very important role. So once you are good in planning, so you can write a code if you know those concepts.
Yeah. I have a statement in 2026. Thought process is very important compared to coding. Is this statement true
Hmm.
or? Uh,
Yeah, it's completely true. See, coding you can do from anywhere. Like right now, Cadence is also working on many AIs. Their chipstick AI is performing really good. So coding you can do, but that thought process you can't build from the cloud or from any AI tool. If you are,
exactly.
if your understanding is clear that okay, for let's say my specification is this, and if I have to verify this specification, so I have to pass these test cases in order to make sure that whether my specification is correct or not. So if you are good in thought process, if you are good in verification and all, then writing syntax is a very simple. Like if you don't know the syntax, you can explore cookbook, LRM, you have any everything, so you can explore that. But if you have to be good in planning all those things, like what different test case you have to come up with, how this will gonna to verify particular design. So all those things you have to come up with. If once you are good in all those planning and all, then writing test bench is not a big deal.
Great, great. Yes. And coming to this AI questions, like what's the role of AI on our jobs? Is like, this is the most asked question. Like, as AI is going to replace our job, why should we apply to the job? Literally, I got this kind of questions. So, what's your take on it?
I have one question for you. It's gonna to impact on YouTubers
uh, no,
because we both are YouTubers, so
yeah,
it's gonna to take our job.
no.
No.
So
So everyone
why?
start
Because
making content.
as time goes on, our attention span is decreasing a lot, and people are getting so much lazy, or not exactly lazy, to read the content. Even me also, if I want to read a whole book, I will be very lazy. I will be seeing a particular YouTube video and I will be listening to it. So I think
Mhm.
up to 5 years it will be safe.
Up to 5 minutes is safe.
Yeah.
Now we can see in watch time also it is getting reduced. Whatever we are getting
Yes,
previously, now
yes.
watch time is also getting
Even
reduced.
if I upload 1.5 hour video or 2 hours video, I get suggestions that, sir, can you wrap it up in 5 minutes or 2 minutes? I thought, okay.
Now people are more rely on 12-minute delivery rather than that 1.5 hour and all.
Exactly. Even
See, like
I get surprised. Like, how can I explain this in 10 minutes or 5 minutes? It's a 2 hours topic. If we go on digging it, we are going to get so many things from that.
definitely, definitely. You can't do it. Like, if you will really want to explain a concept thoroughly, each concept, then you can't do it in 10 minutes or 12 minutes. And I have shown your video also, you are taking those concepts in a very detailed manner. So you can't do it you can't expect that to be completed in just 10 minutes or 15 minutes because each concept, if you'll try to learn, then its concept is important in that case. Okay. So, with, like, as per I know, people are now more rely on the short form content like insta reels and that short feed and all, so that's why their attention span is also getting reduced. But the impact of AI on verification, so yeah, it will create an impact. But if that's what I have mentioned, now see, if you are good in planning, now AI can't plan it really well. See, for that thought process, some human beings needed there. Okay, so your planning is good. You know how to architect your TB. You know how to come up with the verification plan, assertion plan, coverage plan. Then you can write, your AI can write a code, definitely. But then in that case also you have to be good in debugging. Now how you will good in debugging? So for that you have to be thorough on that subject. Okay, so that's the thing, and it's not gonna to impact really in our verification industry. But yeah, some job definitely it will impact. As a fresher level job, definitely AI is doing well. But yeah, if you are good in, if your thought process is really, if you are really good in your thought process, if you really know how each thing works, how I can verify those things, so definitely your job is safe, don't worry about that.
Yeah, I forgot to ask one more question when we were discussing about interview. Like, how soft skill is going to matter a lot in your interviews? Is it really that much
Hmm.
needed, or what's your take?
Like it's needed. Now see, it's completely depend on your previous round, that what I have observed. So if you have done really good in your technical rounds, because soft skill they will check once you will move to the HR round. Okay, so if you have really did well, if you have explained all those concepts, so for explaining concept your communication skills should be good. Okay, so for that also they are monitoring that. But apart from that, if your into all rounds went well, so they will not much look into the communication skill, because they have to take you as an freshers. So for a fresher level job, they will not really worried about the communication skill. But if it is good, then it will definitely help you to get placed there. Okay, so you have to be, first of all, technically sounds great, like whatever terms you are using, so you have to be good in that. Like, okay, don't say it's a class elements, say it's in class properties, class method. So that's all those terms you have to, you can be thorough with that. So it's fine if your HR interview doesn't go well as well, so you'll get placed. If your concepts are good, if your keywords, the technical norms which you have used, nomenclature which you have used was correct, so you will get placed. So it will not much a lot, but on a scale of 10, it will impact 6 or 7. Yeah.
Okay. And one more final question is like, how to choose a particular job? Like, let's just suppose if I got an offer, but in the offer letter they have mentioned only 50,000 salary for
Only
uh,
50.
15, 1 5.
Only 50. Okay.
1 5 15K 15K stipend. And I've seen
Okay.
people
Okay.
like they're asking me, should I opt it? And they're asking like 15K per 2 years. And after getting full time, they will be getting some 3 LPA or 4 LPA. So should I choose it, or should I look for, greater packages? Like, what should be the approach of a fresher?
Hmm. So as in fresher, see, if you are not getting any job, like you are keep practicing those things, but still you are not trying to grab a job. So I would advise them to get that, because right now market industry is so tight. You will not easily get the job as a fresher level job. If you will have experience of 3 to 4 years, then you will definitely get a job. But for an fresher, if you really wanted to be in this field and not much concern about the money, like, yeah, it's fine, I'm learning there, so you can go with that. But still, see, many people what they think, like, I have done all those things, 4 year of graduation, and still I'm earning 15,000. But it's not like that. Once you will become good in this field now, you will earn more. Like, don't worry about your current package. If you have enough skills, if you have good skills, then you will definitely earn more than that. So yeah, you can join them, because see, right now there are very few openings are there for an fresher. So if you're really getting a job, that's a very good thing, so you can go with that.
Yeah, from this, I have two questions. We will wrap it up
Mhm.
very fast. So, like, why do you think there are very less openings in the market?
Because see, like, hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're right.
Yeah. Because see, like, already, as we all know, AI is evolving. So what an idle fresher can do, all these things we can replace with AI. So suppose if I'm the team lead, I'm a senior verification engineer, and without AI, if AI was not there, so I need someone who can run the regression, who can write some coverages and all. My job is to just plan all those things. I can give them to my verification engineer, then my verification engineer will give some of the job to interns. Okay, now if I have AI, so I if I have a good plan, if I my plan is good, so I can paste that to AI. Now AI will give me the solution what an interns can do previously. Okay, so that's why right now very few openings are there for fresher. But in past few months, I saw many openings are there in, like, Bangalore. Some of the firms was there in Bangalore and Hyderabad. So yeah, you can get a role as an intern as well. But yeah, because of AI, now the role of fresher is getting reduced, because that has been taken care by AI itself. So why will company invest on fresher rather than just go for an AI? Okay, so that's the thing.
Yeah, one more final question is like, how to, choose a particular job, like job role, or how to choose between a job. Like, let's just suppose I have seen some cases when people got into that particular job, they were complaining that I was not doing any particular coding. I was just sitting on bench and testing some things. Like, how important is job role plays in selecting a job?
It's really very important in your early of your career. If you are not getting a good project, and if you are not if you are just sitting on a bench, then it will not give much impact on your resume. So if you'll try to switch from your current company, to somewhere else, so they will look for a project which you haven't done it yet. So please, like, I would suggest to everyone, those who are going to any industry, they can check whether those company have clients, some clients or not. if the company have clients, they will definitely gonna to get placed if their skill set is good. Okay, so they have to check whether those companies have client or not. If they have, then they definitely go. And see, while sitting on bench, most people will ruin their or spend their time just for just gossiping and all. So I would highly advise them to work on project. So let's say you have done with the APB and XI. So start working on PCI, start working on DDR. So start working on Ethernet. So all those things you can done while on bench. So once any company will come or any client will come, this mostly happen in service-based company. So if any client will come, so you have the strong resume that okay, during my bench also I have done this PCI, I have done this Ethernet. So they will definitely place you somewhere. So it's not like that you will be seated on bench for the entire year, because that also company will not afford that. Okay, so if the any client is not coming in your company or in your campus, so what you have to do during your free time, you can start working on something like some major protocols, PCI and Ethernet, which I have mentioned. So start working on them rather than just wasting your time. Like I have just there on bench, so I can just prepare for assessment and all, which you know already. So don't have to be worried about that. Rather than now start focusing on protocols and all, which really helpful when you join the client. So
Yeah,
that's
so we need to once check their website and we need to check their background and client projects and all
that's
before
really
joining.
important.
Mm, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, then. Thank you for your wonderful time and valuable time. And yeah, I hope this podcast has helped people to gain some knowledge and get some better insights. And we will be attaching those interview links and all the particular related links in the description. So once you can check it out. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.